You're only a what if away from great holidays. What if? It's Aussie for travel. Stav, Abby and Matt.
Brisbane wakes up with Stav, Abby and Matt on B105.
This is the podcast. Welcome to the podcast, guys. You'll notice a little bit different. No Matthew, and it's Abby's birthday. Coincidence? Me thinketh not.
I know. I still think it's because he had goals. Or he's away still.
You reckon?
It's really hard to have a sick day on a Monday or a Friday.
Without anyone thinking it's sus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the ultimate sick day then?
Yeah.
Which day of the week?
Oh, Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Or is that like middle of the week?
I reckon Tuesday. You've committed to Monday. You went to work. Didn't work out. You tried your hardest. But sorry, yesterday didn't really work.
You go in Monday, lay the groundwork.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just had a prawn salad. I can't believe I did that. It looks a little bit dodgy. I don't know why.
So, Abby, you won't be here tomorrow? Is that your plan for Tuesday? Don't know what you're talking about.
I do like prawns.
And what are you doing for your birthday special today? Anything?
No, not really. Oh, I'm going for a walk with my friend,
Yeah, but you do that.
Lou.
on your
Yes,
number.
but it will be special because she'll say happy birthday first.
Will she get you anything? Because she's your rich friend.
What? So she's going to give a gift?
Yeah.
No. I've already got all her hand-me-down designer bags.
That's true.
No. We, Lou and I normally get gifts for each other all the time because we're very much alike. So when I buy I've got a new sunscreen. So when I buy two
What about two?
and give one to her. And I think she buys lip balm and she gets two and then give one to me.
Wow, you are close. Do you have a friend like that, Elle?
No.
No.
I'm quite jealous.
We got a lot of friends like that.
Do you?
You want to give me one?
Yeah. Like my friend will be like, hey, I just had these vitamins. They're working really well, so I've just sent them to the post.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, don't do that. Oh, well, actually, I did that to Ash, our producer. I was like, you need melatonin. So I bought that for her.
Melatonin.
Yeah.
Helps with sleep.
It does. And she has it by her bed, actually. It's not that I was checking, but when I went there, I was like, oh, my God. Oh, actually, I bought that for you. Are you using your melatonin, Ashley? She's not listening.
No, she's not paying attention.
When did you go there?
Ashley, are you using your melatonin? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
When did I go there? When we had the big party there. Oh. Shit. Sorry.
The big party at
Ash's.
Ash's house.
That's awkward.
Sorry, we weren't supposed to tell you. He just said, when did I see the melatonin at your house? And I said, when we had the party.
Oh, yeah. That
But-
huge party that Stav wasn't invited to.
Technically not a party.
It was women, it was
You don't like
women only.
parties. You don't like parties. No, when we went before the disco club.
Oh, right.
We met at hers, and I was just saying, I saw the melatonin on your side thing, and I was like, oh, I got it that one.
Yeah, you did. And I ate my vitamins as well. I don't really know what they are, though. I was like, I'm just blindly taking this thing that you've given me.
Yeah, that's like most people
Yeah,
in life.
But what is it? I do feel good, but what's it doing?
It's just supposed to be really good for
Just
you.
all round.
Yeah, it's the only one that my friend recommended, and she's a doctor.
Yeah, okay.
What is it?
Something good for the
it's
cells?
The CQ10 something. What is that one?
CQ10. Yep.
Yeah.
It's the good one.
Well,
It helps with stuff. Great marketing gimmick.
That's what it does.
Yeah, quickly. Give
Well,
me money.
she's a doctor and she recommended it, and a lot of them she thinks is like bollocks.
yes, they are.
So CO10Q, it's a natural compound found in the body. They always are. That plays a crucial role in energy production. Acts as a powerful antioxidant.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for.
They're always antioxidant,
Like
aren't
creatine.
they?
And red wine.
Red wine.
I don't know if that cancels it out.
I don't really know. Do you not think any vitamins work?
No. Technically, just wee them all away. But, yeah.
Expensive wee.
Very expensive wee. Yeah. But creatine, no, that's legit. Everyone should take creatine.
6-pack.
Yeah. Anyway, enough yappering. Here's the podcast.
Gold Logie winner
Georgie Parker.
Georgie Parker.
You can see Rhinestone Rex and Miss Monica right now. Sorry, no, not right now. From May 28th to the 21st of June. But you can get your tickets right now at queenslandtheatre.com.au and you'll see Georgie Parker on stage in it. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We're good. This is exciting that you're going to be back for Queensland Theatre. What made you go, yes, this is the one I want to come back for?
Oh, they asked. How could I say no? And it's just a chance again to do this great play, and it's again a chance to do David Williamson and work with my mate Glenn Hazeldine. And I love Brisbane. I've been coming up to Brisbane since I was 22 to do shows and shoot shows. So it's a great place to work.
I love David Williamson, and I think this one is. Would you say it's more romantic comedy?
Absolutely, it's romantic comedy, but with that same combative kind of, opposites attracting and opposites arguing, and it's. It's very funny, which when we keep on finding it funnier and funnier each time we do it, we find something else, and it's beautiful writing, but it's very relatable, which is the best thing about seeing an Australian play,
Do you think the opposites can attract in a relationship and survive the whole time?
I think it depends on the amount of just being unconditional, I think. Yeah. But I absolutely think opposites can get along. I do. I think it would be boring if we agreed on everything.
That's true. I'm reading your biography here. I didn't know this, and it might not be true, but I'll ask you. Were you in Young Einstein? Was that your first role?
I was already doing a musical then called Nonsense.
Back. I remember Nonsense.
And and I auditioned by screaming on a balcony for Yahoo Serious, and I got the role. And so there I was screaming we were up in Hunter Valley. Yeah, that was my first role.
Wow, because you might be a bit too young, Maddie, but that movie was
huge.
It was a phenomenon, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Georgie, my first memory of you was All Saints on the telly. I loved that show. Our family were religious watchers of that.
Yeah. It was a beautiful show, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was such a great time in television, particularly in Australia then as well, with the quality of not just the shows but also the actors
just
that were on it.
Just a vibrant mix. Yeah, a really good platform for a lot of good Australian actors, and a lot of them do have to go overseas to try and find work now, but with the streaming services, and you just got to hope that the Australian TV culture remains sort of, vibrant and, stimulating, because we've got so many good actors here and so many good crew, directors, producers. We've got a great pool of people to, pull from.
Well, I always hope that more movies get made here, but I was trying to explain to my kids the joy of watching a show together, and it didn't seem like a joy, and you didn't appreciate it then.
Yeah.
But the ads are on.
Yeah.
Quick, go to the toilet.
Yeah.
What? And you all experience the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's different from watching it in your rooms. It's that thing of, and my husband wrote Paper Planes. I don't know if you saw it. Yeah, so my husband wrote that. So we've got a household. My daughter's, into digital art and animation. So we've got a household that's all centered around creating content and entertainment and writing and acting. So it's quite a stimulating household. But he wrote that movie, which was a perfect family. The whole family could get something out of it. Yeah.
See, I also remember you knew a show was about to end because the second last ad break would tease what was coming up next in the next show. So that was always our warning from mum and dad to be like, all right, next ad break, you go to next ad break, you go to bed.
I know. It's those little touchstones, isn't it? I mean, isn't it funny, the things that we remember fondly?
Well, it does annoy me. I still like to watch TV analogically. I will say I don't binge. I watch one episode a week, but you don't have that thing of you come to work and you go, did you see what happened? And they go, I'm up to episode 2, or I did the whole scene. No one's in the same spot. It's really annoying.
It's called the water cooler moment. You can't have the water cooler moment where you all went, I didn't think that was going to happen.
Yeah,
and my kids go, what's a water cooler?
Yeah,
and I'm like, it's a zip tap. Same thing. Gosh. Is
that an app?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, there's someone that used to come and used to deliver water. God.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Things date us so much more now because everything moves forward. So, I mean, my daughter is already talking about the younger generation, and she's only 24.
Oh no, tell her to stop. I do have to say, though, I love when, I guess I always take my kids to theatre because I've always loved theatre. And I was like, it's interesting for me because I'm like, I get it. Like, people need to go with the times. But remember before you wouldn't ever be able to take like chips in or alcohol in.
Yeah, alcohol.
And it's good that they're taking it in because, it's an extra way to make money. But I always get annoyed. I'm like, you do not open the chips here. No, you do not.
Oh man, I can't tell you when because when you open a play, the lights go down. It's a bit of a cathedral moment. It's meant to be quiet and reverent, and then you listen to the first few lines of dialogue, and that's when people decide to open their butter menthols or their chips or their. and all you hear is this symphony of crinkling, and it's just like, or they've got their lights on because they're turning their phone off. It's like, oh, God, did I turn my phone off? Oh, my God.
It still haunts me to this day, Georgie Parker. I was at my grandma took me to see Cats in Edinburgh. And there is a scene in Cats where I think it's a magical Mr. Mistopheles. And he's holding, I think it's a moonbeam. He's
making a decision, yes.
And you could hear a pin drop. The whole place is deathly silent. And then from up the back, I just went,
he's a serial sneezer.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Oh, no.
Are you allergic to cats?
I am, actually. I hated that show. It was awful.
Georgie Parker, if you could stick around, because there's something we need to ask you about. There's a secret wine club we've heard about.
Yeah, with very famous people involved.
Yes.
We want to know if you know any of them.
All right, that's up next on B105.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Gold Logie winner.
Georgie Parker.
Georgie Parker. Georgie Parker.
Hey, while we've got you, Georgie, we are we've got to ask you this because we're on a bit of an investigation. It all started when we spoke to Matt O'Kine, and he was telling us about this telly sales area for actors where they sell wine years ago.
I used to sell wine on the phone after I left drama school. And that was sort of where I learnt anything about wine. It was all actors in this call centre. So there was like Logie winners. There were people who were on TV at the time. So
Who?
So I'm not going to name names.
Come on.
I'm not going to name names.
Yeah, okay, yes,
And then
yes.
Lisa McCune backed it up and said, yes, it's real.
Yeah, this is really famous. When I graduated from drama school, all the actors had part-time jobs at this place, but I know about it. What was it called? Like Master Sellers or something? They had a name.
So who do you think
really
would be
anyway
the Logie winners that worked there?
I don't know any Logie winners that worked there. I know, lots of some of my, the guys that I've been studying with worked there from WAPA. I don't know.
Okay, but there you go. Confirmed.
Yes.
We're trying to figure out who worked there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the place. Had quite a few mates who worked there. It's the perfect job when you're not acting to work and support yourself and pay the rent. And it's a job you can leave and audition and,
Because he was saying that when he was there, because he's now opened a wine shop, and we were like, why did you get into wine? He's like, because I used to sell it, so I just learnt to love it.
Yes.
And he was saying that when he was there working, there were some really big names that were on billboards.
Huge.
Yeah.
Wow.
Huge. People could be going to do publicity for the film in the morning and doing a shift in the afternoon.
Wow.
And that is the life of an actor.
Yeah.
And it's no word of a lie.
Yeah.
An actor's life is fraudulent. You can seem super successful and go, God, I just need $20.
Yeah.
So would have I bought wine from people that are like Logie winners?
Probably. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Can you divulge some names to us that you know of?
No.
Why won't any of you spill on your peers?
I think I went to shops to buy my wine, so I didn't buy them from.
Did you ever do it?
No, you know what? That's the thing. There was one point where I was like, God, I've won theatre. It was before I got a country practice and I was 23. And I finished Nonsense and I was doing odd jobs. And then I thought, oh man, I'm going to have to get another job. So I was talking to my mates who were working at Cellar Masters, and then I got a country practice. And I have been in that ridiculous position of never having to look for another job. I haven't always been in work, but I've been able to support myself.
Wow.
So
you didn't have to stoop to the Cellar Masters level.
It's a good job.
I would happily.
Yeah.
I would, and I advise actors, and this is the people who want to act, have the best B job ever. You've got to have a B job you love just as much as your A job.
Yes.
And
the flexibility to stop.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're going to... You tell all your friends.
B job, you will have so many jobs.
Sound much better, does it?
No, we knew what you meant.
Oh, Georgie Parker, I know what clip of you's going in the promo.
We love you.
Great to talk to you. This show, check it out, queenslandtheatre.com.au. You can finish up at your B job and pop over and watch the show. Go get your tickets now.
Thanks, Georgie.
See you, Georgie.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
People have been asking about like Brooklyn Beckham, whether he has anything to do with his family. I think all the paparazzi have been following around because he didn't go to the 50th of his dad, David. And there has been a lot of rumours that they're fighting with the family. No one knows exactly what it's over. But he did post a clip on the weekend basically saying, my whole world about his wife. I will love you and I will always choose you, baby. Oh, cute. But that means that he's chosen her over his family.
Yep.
And I was like, yes, rightly so. And then you pointed out if it was my son, so I'd be like, no way.
Yep.
13, 10, 60. Did you have to choose your partner over your family?
Danielle in Ipswich, has this happened to you?
It has.
What happened?
Yeah, so I'm actually the one that was chosen over the family. My daughter's dad at the time, we'd separated prior, but we were sort of working on things but hadn't told anyone. And he rocked up to Christmas with me and our daughter, and his family wasn't exactly impressed. They kind of had a little blow up at him, and he sort of said, well, regardless of what the situation is, that's my daughter's mum, so you either respect her or you don't have any of us. They sort of had another blow up, and he chose us.
Yeah, right.
We're not together. Right. I'm married and have more children with my husband, and this guy is still one of our closest friends, and he still to this day chooses us.
Yeah, right. Wow.
Yeah, wow. That's a curveball.
Yeah. I did not see that coming.
No, I didn't.
Wendy in Indooroopilly, did you have to pick your family over your partner or vice versa?
Oh, that'll be me. No, I was the one not chosen. So I separated from my husband and his 28-year-old daughter, asked him to choose between seeing me or seeing her, and he chose her.
Wow.
We have a mutual daughter, so I have to see him.
Yeah.
So we see each other secretly as friends and as parents. And and I got called Christmas Eve and told I wasn't welcome to the family thing because she would be there.
Yeah.
So I'm the one that wasn't chosen.
Wow.
Oh, that's hard. I'm so glad you still have something, like I guess, secretly, though.
Yes.
But
yes, it's very clandestine.
There is that real sense of immaturity about it. Like, I know there's a lot of complex layers on top of it, but it's like the little immature, like, if you're going to be friends with them, you can't be friends with me.
Yeah,
so it's that immaturity in, like, an adult body.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, we have our own daughters, so we have to parent.
Yeah.
It's and the whole family is scared of this person. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, right. Tricky. Samara in Baronia Heights, this happened to you?
Yes, I did.
What's going on?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
So my husband and I, well, he was my partner at the time, were in the birthing suite with my mum, and my mum asked him to go across the road to get McDonald's coffee, and he refused, and then that was 6 years ago. So I chose him. Well, there was no question. I chose him over my mum. So,
But you wouldn't want him to leave the birthing suite. What about if he...
No, that's it. That was the thing. Like, I was like, no, he's not leaving.
He's not leaving.
I'm close. And, like, she was determined on getting that Macca's coffee. And I was like, no.
I mean,
like she
Australians
wanted to go.
love the McCafe
That's,
coffee.
had you planned for her to be in the birthing suite?
Yeah, so it was all planned. So I was induced. So it was all planned that she'd be there. She'd engage with us. But, she asked him right there to go across the road and leave me.
Am I correct in saying you haven't spoken since?
Yeah, we haven't spoken since.
Wow.
So that was, almost 6 years ago.
Oh, my gosh. Was it really awkward, everyone else in the birthing suite at that point, all the midwives? Or you can't remember, can you?
Oh, I can't really remember. I just said, no, he's not leaving me. That was it.
Wow. Well, that was depressing.
Well, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really? But it happens.
Is that what you wanted on your
Would you
birthday?
always,
Be depressed?
Would you always choose me if I asked you to?
See, that's a trap.
You've got to say yes, it's a birthday.
Yes, it's your birthday. But yes, who am I deciding between, though?
Don't know.
Because you have to verify that. But yes. I have. That's why I'm here.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Yes, it is someone's birthday today.
I'm not a really big birthday person.
No,
I like celebrating like other people's birthdays, which is really difficult because you also don't like them.
I hate them.
And I like celebrating yours. It's funny when we celebrate yours. Remember when we tried to do a surprise and we had to cancel it? Because because someone told you.
Yes.
I'm still dirty at that person. I still can't let go of that.
Yeah.
It was going to be the most epic surprise party. You would have liked it.
I would not have. The hardest thing about not wanting to celebrate your birthday is that no one lets you do it. So I've never actually had a birthday that I've liked because I've always had to do something.
I don't think you'd like it if we completely ignored you.
I would love it so much.
Okay, well, you're not going to know. But I have said that for my birthday, I don't want any gifts unless you are not going to do your homework. It's like forced achievement. I want everyone to just feel like they've accomplished something within the year. So I said that for my birthday, if you could submit your goal or goals, and you don't have to share what it is, you just have to put it on a piece of paper. And I asked, I think probably about a month ago. Yeah. And you put it in an envelope, it's sealed, and then we put it in this envelope and we open it in a year's time, like a little time capsule. Yeah, around the group, because this is for the extended group. How many of you actually just did it then?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us.
5 of you just did it then?
Yeah.
Like came up with them. That's rude.
You just did yours too.
I wrote them down. I'd been thinking long and hard.
Oh, well done. That's really good. What is yours? No, don't tell me. Do you want to tell one?
No.
And,
well, I'll tell you one.
Okay.
And Jace will appreciate this.
Don't say it with a joke, though. I hope it's real.
It's real.
Okay.
They're both real. It's your birthday. It's not the time for shenanigans or hijinks. It's the time to appreciate you as a person.
I hate you so much.
Is to have, by this time next year, I want to have a golf handicap.
Oh, yay! I gave him a fist pump and he stuck up his finger for those listening.
And I'll tell you the other one too.
No, you don't have to.
I don't have to? Okay.
Please let it sing in public. No.
No.
That would have been a good goal.
I want to have a six-pack.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I've never had a six-pack in my life. I want to, before I turn 50, I want to have a six-pack.
But you're great how you are.
But I don't have a six-pack.
Let's get a beer.
No, open that up and write your goals again. I don't think you need one.
I don't need one. I want one.
Okay,
You've got to have one once in your life, right? That's all. I just want to go, look, I've got a six-pack. And then I'll eat a hamburger. But
he's pretty driven too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I reckon you will.
It's just I'm trying not to let my sons want that. And I was like, no, we should just be happy with our body as it is.
I am.
Okay.
It's not a thing. It's just like...
I shouldn't have asked your goals. That was rude. Sorry.
Okay.
So Abby's got a giant envelope and you're putting in yours.
Yes.
Your submission for the goals.
Yes. Do you want to share any of yours or not?
Mine?
You don't have to.
Oh, no, I'm happy to. My first one is to run a half marathon.
There you go.
Which I know I'm going to do this coming Sunday, so at least I know that I've achieved something.
Nice work.
I'm doing the Brisbane Half Mara. Have I trained? No.
Oh.
You're going to go straight into it, not training?
I've been walking and like a casual jog on the weekend.
Are you walking it or running it?
Run. I think I've got 4 hours to do it.
I mean, you're
Should be
setting
right.
you're setting your personal best, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly right.
That's great.
So that's at least I know I've got one goal ticked off my list, but there's a bunch others there.
Okay.
Which
I do think the only one that actually did hers before time is producer Ash.
I literally did.
Would have been Ash. Of
Okay,
course.
sorry. When do you...
Well, I haven't written them down
do
because
you
I
mean?
just wasn't sure of the format in which we had to submit them.
So did you just put in a blank piece of paper in an envelope?
She hasn't put it in.
Oh, right.
I bet
Right.
that Matt's not actually sick today. I bet he's gone, oh, no, I'm not doing that. No way.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for him to jump out of a cake, if I'm honest.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Which is
he-
what you've
Is
always
he actually
dreamed
sick? Do you think he's sick?
Yeah, he told me he was sick last night, like 8 o'clock.
And we're trying to work out if this was his weekend fishing.
of. He did go fishing on the weekend.
Did
Yes.
he?
Yes. Yeah.
At Gurry Island.
I believe so. Yeah.
Is that one of his goals? Oh.
And then, so now, what's the process now? Do
We seal it.
Yeah.
And we put
then
it
we
away.
don't have to do anything. And in a year, they come true. Is that correct?
And who keeps them?
Yeah.
I
And what if
ca-
we break up?
Well, I guess I'll post your goals to 97.3. What are you doing? Where are you going?
The
No, I'm
ABC.
not gonna-
Is
I
that
think-
one of your goals?
I think
Is that one of your goals? How dare you?
No. If anyone's going to be here, it'll be me. I think that's well established.
No, we open it in a year's time, like a time capsule, and you get it handed back and you can read it. And you can either feel like, yeah, I did some of them, I did none of them. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll keep them safe, Ellie.
Okay. No, that's my big thing.
Yes.
Will
Yeah.
anyone else see it?
No,
I
no
trust
one else
Abby.
will see it.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. Stand by. Maddie's jumping out of a cake before 9, we think.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
What happened?
It got stuck.
It's really stuck in there.
I was stuck. It got it stuck. You got what stuck?
So Ellie's filling in for Matt. Matt is sick today, and Ellie is even giggling at this. What you do at your house is just wild, you and your partner.
Wild Friday night at the Angel House.
Did you continue on Saturday, or was it just a Friday?
Did
you? Of course you did.
Oh,
yeah.
we strung it over.
So this is your favourite show. Where do you watch it?
So it's on Max, and it's simply called Stuck.
Right.
And then it's people going to hospital and talking to like nurses and doctors about what has been stuck in people.
Now, there was one particular episode, in fact, episode number 1, where the title just... A lady had something in her that shouldn't be there, that may or may not bring her pleasure in a place where you shouldn't put things.
Would that be the most common, you think?
Pretty common.
Pretty common.
If you work at the emergency, you can remain anonymous. Or if you're a doctor or a surgeon, because who does that surgeon, or does it depend on where it is?
Depends where
Depends where it is.
So if it is...
Sorry, I forgot you're an
guys.
expert, hon.
I'm
What
the expert.
happens?
So, if it is up in the area you shouldn't put things, colorectal surgeon. Or your gastroenterologist would probably be your key one. 131060. Oh, there's the butt doctor in Brisbane. He's big on Instagram. I know that he's done stuff like this. So please, if you're listening, butt doctor, please call.
The butt doctor of Brisbane.
Yes. Have you seen him as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
If you're unfamiliar with the show, here's what it sounds like.
Every year, thousands of hospital visits are made because things are stuck inside the body.
No matter what it is or how it got there, either way, we have to get it out.
Seen a lot of crazy stuff.
And I apologise to everyone for my colleagues being so
Bradley
juvenile.
Morris. Dr. Bradley Morris.
His name.
Butt doctor.
That's what he knows.
He's big on the gram.
I sent my friend.
Why are you both yelling at me?
I sent my friend, and he was like, he said to her, he goes, well, you might know me from Instagram. And she goes, no. And he goes, oh, you don't? I'm the butt doctor. And she goes, no, once again, no, I haven't followed you.
Right.
She is now, though.
Is she?
Yeah.
And is he her butt doctor?
No, he's very
good.
passionate about it.
But it's not always that orifice.
No,
and it
it's
doesn't
not.
have to be on 131060. Sometimes it's nail guns and things.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
I've seen a few nail gun injuries like this. The worst one was a guy that actually did the same thing, slipped, and he actually shot himself in the neck. A 5-second accident can turn into a 5-hour surgery.
Wow.
5 hours? I had to go there with my middle. He kept putting things up his nose. So I guess that's an ENT. But I didn't realise that. I looked and I was like, that looks blocked. I don't know how long it was there for. And then when we went to the hospital, it's really quite interesting because they had to put like numbing cream on there and wrap him like a little burrito so that his arms didn't go around. But even then, they're like, what is it? What is it? It's coming out. It's coming out. And even they were all fascinated.
Wow.
It was a whole macadamia nut.
My mum had a stick.
Up her what?
What?
Up her nose. What? No, I didn't.
In her arm. So it embedded into her arm, broke off, and she had to get the stick removed from her arm. That was stuck in her.
Well, here's another one that really got me and my hubby when we were watching this show. Side note, Stuck, Max, get around it. Have a listen. Wild Saturday night, and all of a sudden...
One of the more dramatic images that I have of things that were stuck in people. So I walk into the trauma room, and there's this pleasant lady laying on the gurney. She's got a huge stiletto heel stuck smack into her face. She had been out with friends. There was an altercation between her and another lady, and unfortunately, as we found out, the stiletto heel can be a significant potential weapon.
Wow.
That is so awful.
That's why I don't wear heels and I wear thongs everywhere.
Yeah,
Well,
great
or
argument
maybe
for
don't
flats.
get into fights.
Or that.
All that. There's two ways to look at everything. Yes. So 131060. What has been stuck in you or someone you know?
We also want to hear from people in medical professionals too, because I'm
But
sure
that's-
you've seen some things.
What have you pulled out of someone?
Yes, here we go. Come on, guys. There's got to be a story or two. 131060, what do you had stuck in you on B105? It is Stav, Abby and Matt.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
What happened?
It got stuck.
It's really stuck in there.
I was stuck. I got it stuck. You got what stuck?
Yeah, Ellie over there talking about herself in third person is really obsessed with a new show called Stuck on Max. Is that what it is? It's called
HBO Max.
HBO Max. Sorry.
You watch people with things stuck in their bodies.
Yes.
Here's a little snippet of it.
Every year, thousands of hospital visits are made because things are stuck inside the body.
No matter what it is or how it got there, either way, we have to get it out.
Seen a lot of crazy stuff.
So clear out the awards cabinet, because on 131060 we're asking the question, what got stuck in you? I also feel like it's remiss of us, because if any one of our team would enjoy this category, it would be Matthew, and we're doing it without him. Of course.
Well,
that's why he's off today.
He actually tells the story. If there is a nurse that's currently dealing with Maddie at the moment in hospital, 131060, what does he have stuck in him? Please don't, actually. But no, we did say if there's anyone that works in emergency and has seen some wild things, you can remain anonymous, 131060. Wade in Marsden, what's your story?
Well, I was doing a bit of brush cutting for a mate, helping him out over the weekend, and I managed to hit a bit of wire with the brush cutter, and it shot it right through my work boot and into my ankle.
Right. This weekend, Wade?
Yeah, this weekend, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What's the chances of us talking about it today?
So did you get
I know,
removed?
right? I ended up having to take my boot off, sliding the boot over the bit of wire, and then
Oh, no, you should have left the boot on.
getting both of my hands onto it and pulled it out myself.
Yeah, fair enough.
You didn't.
Yeah, and then went
Did
to
it hurt?
hospital, right? Nope.
No, you didn't go. Wade, did it hurt more coming out or in?
No, we've lost Wade.
No, Wade's gone. Wade's told his story, and I reckon you don't realise it until it's
shock.
happened. Yeah. Out would
No,
hurt
see,
more.
I reckon the adrenaline's already going by the time it's in. So to pull it out.
Yeah, well, there's only one way to find out.
You need to leave it in.
You need to leave
Please,
it in.
yes. As someone who's watched many medical shows,
that's
you
true.
have to keep stuff in and leave it up to a professional.
He probably went and got
Even
a
if you get
tetanus.
stabbed, you leave
it in.
Leave the knife in. Yeah, yeah. Justin in Taringa, what was stuck in you?
A few years ago, I used to do the highways, picking up the cans for the container for change, and at some point one day on the journey, I managed to get a 4 centimetre splinter go straight into my shins and straight under the bone. And, yeah, I kind of had to wait on the highway for about half an hour for my partner to come through to pick me up and take me to the hospital.
Yep. Oh.
So I get up to the hospital and the main nurse walks out. Oh, Justin's here with a insignificant thing, and just had a big laugh at me, saying to go to hospital for a splinter.
Yeah. That's fair enough. Yeah, you have to say you were impaled. That's just semantics. Just get rid of the word splinter.
You can't say splinter.
You can't say splinter. No.
How are you going to ask for this one?
I don't know if we wanted to.
I'm concerned about the
Is
next
Matt
one.
going to talk decently? Or
Is Matt going to be okay for radio?
Do we
He
trust
tells
Matt?
it very cleanly.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Take your
It's
word
just how
there.
you've written a little hint is not, hey, Matt in Regent's Park, can you explain what happened in...
All right. My partner, well, ex-partner, was experimenting with forms of pleasure.
Yes.
And she decided to use a deodorant can up a certain hole that cannot be mentioned.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pushed it a bit too far.
Okay.
And had to go to hospital.
Wow. Was that something she thought about, or was it an impulse?
Oh, stop. Stop. You are. No.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
To reenact a conversation Stav and I had this morning, I was in the bathroom, right? The shed. The shed.
The change rooms. Yeah, okay.
The locker room.
Oops, whoops, I let that split. Oh, no. So I was there first, and then he came in. I was like, oh, how are you going? And he's like, yeah, good. I was like, just one of those weekends with the kids. And he's like,
Yeah. I know, right?
and I was like, oh, just full on. What happened with yours?
Yeah, Roz, one of her friends unfriended her on Snapchat. Oh, gosh. That was an issue.
But he didn't think it was an issue, right?
Yeah.
No, that's my fear of have a girl. Is that whole side of things with
Yeah.
social media and the unfollowing and everything.
Mine was like a non-stop wrestling weekend. Like I know everyone thinks it's funny, but they don't. Like, I know, Ellie, you think it's funny, but it's like it's every second with 3 boys just constantly wrestling, and it never ends happy.
No.
It only ends when someone is hurt, and you're trying to separate them at all times.
See, I wish girls would just wrestle it out and
Can
get
we
on
just
with
swap just one weekend? Because I feel like I would be invested.
it. You would be invested. And that's the thing. You have to be invested. You have to. Because it's their world to them at that time.
And that's a big deal. And here's the thing. He didn't think it was a big deal.
I didn't.
He didn't. And then I said to him, did you know that Travis Kelce has stopped following Ryan Reynolds on Instagram?
Well, that's big news. I
It's
didn't know.
huge news.
I feel much better
I
for
know,
knowing that information.
Because then does that mean that Taylor Swift...
Oh, with Blake Lively.
So what you're saying here is it doesn't stop, girls.
What I'm saying
Never.
is it is a huge thing to unfollow. Like, we become so upset. That's like saying it's the friendship update or the relationship update on Facebook. It's public knowledge.
But if one of Finney's friends unfollowed him on...
he wouldn't notice.
He wouldn't even
I'd
notice.
be too busy wrestling.
That's true.
Yeah, there has been a couple of like, they had a fight. I'm like, what happened? Oh, they punched each other. It wasn't a big deal, and then they just got over it. Yeah, but that's not nice. And then I go, no, can't you talk about it?
No, that's much worse. You don't understand.
Can you explain the wrestling thing with me?
Well, at least you can see the results. I mean, it's there. It's like instantaneously life or death. It's not.
Oh, so I'm in a life and death situation, and you're unfollowing on Snapchat, and you think that's comparable?
Yeah. Well, to them it is, though. That's the thing. It's as important as that. It's a knife fight. It's a virtual knife fight that they're having.
Oh.
Yeah. And you have to be like...
I just step over them now, and I'm actually getting to the point where I'm like, should I get a spray gun?
See, so
like a spray gun, and just every time I just go stop, break it up, and I just squirt them.
But you go shock collars. But you do exactly the same thing I'm doing with the situation, just differently. I want to just step over that issue.
Yeah.
But I can't.
What do you want me to start getting involved in the wrestling though? To be fair, they can't win.
That would probably finish it.
They
Maybe
try to knock
me
me off my feet as if I'm on the footy field, and I was like, "Oh, come on, I'm a lot heavier than you. You're going to have to start doing weights if you want to knock this down."
Well, I suggested getting a whistle, but you've already done that.
We've already got a whistle, and it doesn't make a difference. And then the dog just starts barking, and then I've got another boy involved in it.
Would you get them masks and stuff? Like, really go for it? Like,
why don't we just swap for a weekend?
Sounds like a weekend at WWE.
Yeah, we have done that. We've got boxing gloves on them before, but then I always say, like, make sure you wear your mouth guards. And I'm like, is it worse if I'm there, sort of umpiring, or should I just go, no, you're on your own device?
Kid swap.
but see that you hit the nail on the head there, Elle. That you could sum up the differences between the sexes in two ways. You've got WWE, and I've got The View.
Yeah, it is, but it is hard though as well because. It never used to go home.
No.
So I do understand why that's really hard. Where if you used to have an argument, it used to stay at school. But now when you've got all social media, it continues at home. What was your advice?
Put the phone down. Did that happen? No.
What did her mum say?
The same thing. Well, she wasn't there. At sea, I was adrift. I was adrift in a sea of girls' problems. But, that's my life now. And I'm learning, I think. So I'm going to wrestle Elle for unfollowing my...
you didn't even ask why it was over?
Yeah, well, I got the whole... No, I didn't ask, but I got the whole rundown, yes.
It is hard with friends, like girls, because they're always, no matter what age it is, we're not friends anymore, we are friends anymore. So it's all that.
But it can change in an hour.
Yes.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thanks for your help,
They
everybody.
do grow out of it.
Well, you guys don't. You just got
we don't.
obsessed with Ryan Reynolds.
I never have fights with my friends. Do
No,
you?
not like that, no. But the unfollowing.
Oh, yeah, that's a big
situation.
deal.
Yeah.
I can understand how she's stressed.
Pray for Steph.
I was about to say something.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Before I begin this, I don't want any follow-up questions onto how I came across this. I fell down a rabbit hole. I don't even know how this was in my algorithm, but monkeys, right?
Well, how can you not ask another question?
What? I mean,
you turn down the beat because it's distracting me because I feel like I'm going to... yes, thank you. Sorry. Monkeys.
There was a study done where they introduced the capuchin monkey to the basics of...
What sort of monkeys are?
A little cute one. Kind of like the ones in Bali that steal your wallet.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, those kind of ones. They introduced the idea of money to them, and it had surprising results. So they gave them tokens, and they taught them that the tokens correlated to foods. So 3 tokens, if they gave the researcher 3 tokens, they would get grapes. If they gave them 4 tokens, they would get bananas. And they caught on to the concept of money extremely fast.
They are trained to take people's phones and wallets in some countries.
Some of them are, yeah.
To be able to then exchange it for food and
and to the point, though,
the stuff that pops up on your Instagram or your feed is very different than mine.
I think it's very different to everybody.
It is.
And I don't know why. To the point where they would reduce the prices of some items and the monkeys would buy them instead of the more expensive ones because that saved them more tokens.
And where is this?
Where is this what?
Where are the monkeys?
In a zoo of some description, I imagine.
Where's the study, though?
It's an American study. It's an American study.
So legit.
I know. I'm sorry.
So legit. Okay.
Scientists, Ellie. Duh. Duh.
All makes sense.
For several months of training, the monkeys learned to exchange the tokens for goods considered to be highly desirable, such as grapes, right? The experiment demonstrated that the monkeys understood the value of money and could use it in exchange for other goods. Now, here's where it takes an interesting turn, because sometimes, as we all do, because basically we're only a couple of DNAs away from monkeys, they overspent or found themselves at the start of the month, I imagine, the monkey was like, I am flush. I'm going to spend large.
Which
and
we
by
all
the
do,
end
yeah.
of the month...
We're in 2-minute noodles.
2-minute noodles.
Yeah.
They're in 2-minute noodles, right?
Yeah.
They're in 2-minute noodles. 100%. And so not unlike a lot of people have done when they found themselves forced with this situation, where you're like, I've got two more days to pay.
We ask for a loan or we don't eat?
Closer.
We sell ourselves for...
Prostitution. The monkeys started resorting to prostitution in order to get tokens to buy their grapes.
And just like that, now we know why it popped up on his feed.
All
Do
makes
you know what I
sense
mean?
now.
Like now it makes sense, yeah. Prostitution, that's something Stav will be into.
I mean, I did Google monkey prostitute.
That's quite strange though, isn't it? It's funny the studies that they do and you go, uh-huh.
Well, they didn't expect that as an outcome. This was completely surprising. They were just trying to see if they would
But how did they
understand
know
the
that
concept.
that was it and they weren't just doing it because they couldn't eat? Like,
Because
do you know what I mean?
a monkey put on lipstick and...
No, I'm serious. You've got to go into more details of it. Do you know? Like maybe it was just like they were like, oh, I need a dopamine hit. It's either food, which I don't have, so I'll just do that.
But they did that, then the other monkey afterwards
Yeah, because I got hungry.
would give them money. So that they watch them do it, and then one monkey goes, here's 10 tokens, and the other one goes,
And what were they trying to study?
The other one goes, to be fair, you don't even have to pay me. That was so good.
That's never happened.
That was so good. You
Yeah.
can have that one
Yeah.
on me because I've never had that monkey sex like that before. Yeah.
What were they trying to study?
If monkeys would
Yeah,
resort to
okay,
prostitution, if interested, if they could grasp monetary finances and stuff, and they did quite quickly.
I don't think everyone resorts to that.
Not everyone.
No.
Not every monkey did. It was
No.
only one bad monkey who had father issues.
You've really got to refresh.
Well, yeah, you need a new algorithm, please.
You really do.
I don't think I do.
Yeah, I think you do.
Okay.
Steph, Abby, and Matt.
Alpha Bucks, we play it at 6, 7 and 8 a.m. Here are some of your answers to help you along tomorrow. 6 a.m, your letter is K, always a tricky one. Some of your answers are kiwi fruit, Kukai, and Kim Possible. 7 a.m, it's G. Some of your answers are gauges, Gateway, and Garfield. 8 a.m, it's P, and some of your answers are play school, photo, and pineapple. There they are. Good luck. See you tomorrow.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.